Hello again to all my young artist friends. This is Mr. Smith with another little art book, art story to share with you guys today. Now this one is one that I really like to use with my kindergarten students, my young students, because it has a really important lesson, but sometimes I even drag it out with my older students because it's got something in it that we can all learn from, because it's all about mistakes and what to do when you make mistakes. And sometimes, especially as we get older, our mistakes really bother us. Some of my older artists really get upset when they make mistakes. And sometimes we need to remember to turn those mistakes into a beautiful oops. And so let's go ahead and read this story here today. So this story is called Beautiful Oops, written and illustrated by Mr. Barney Saltzberg. Oops, a torn piece of paper. Uh-oh, oops, somebody ripped the page. A torn piece of paper is just the beginning. They went and turned it into a mouth. Every spill, oops, they spilled purple all over their paper. Every spill has lots and lots of possibilities. Maybe it could be an elephant, or birds and a bird nest, or a pile of purple puppies. So every spill has lots and lots of possibilities. Bent paper. Oops, somebody bent the page of this book. You're not supposed to do that. Uh-oh, that's not good. Oops. Bent paper is something to celebrate. Look, they took that oops, and what did they turn that bent paper into? They turned it right into a penguin head. So bent paper is something to celebrate. A little drip of paint. Oops, somebody was working and dripped their purple paint right on their page. But a little drip of paint lets your imagination run wild. They turned it into a purple pig, and a pig driving a car with purple tires. Is that crazy? That's pretty crazy. That's pretty creative. I would have never thought of that. A scrap of paper can be fun to play with. So they took this scrap of old newspaper, torn paper, and they just turned it into something new. They turned it into a dog. That's pretty cool. A smudge and a smear. Look, somebody smudged some paint around on the page, almost like all the smudges and smears that are on my art coat, my painting coat that I wear every day. You guys always talk about the smudges and the smears. Let's see what we can do. A smudge and a smear, oops, can make magic appear, like a bass fishing bunny rabbit with a big purple nose. A smudge and a smear can make magic appear. A stain, oops, this happens to me a lot. A cup left a stain, oops. A stain has potential if you play with its shape. So they took that stain and turned it right into a frog. Holes in your paper. Oops, somebody accidentally poked a hole in their paper. Holes in your paper are worth exploring. Whoa, check that out. It's like a wiggly accordion thing with holes all through the middle. That's crazy. So when you think you have made a mistake, look, and they turned it into grass with a flower. When you think you've made a mistake, oops, and somebody made a mistake, they crumpled up their whole paper. So when you think you've made a mistake, oops, think of it as an opportunity to make something beautiful. So look, they took that crumpled piece of paper that we thought was a mistake, was a mess up, and they turned it into the fuzzy, fluffy wool of a little sheep. And they turned it into something beautiful, like all the animals and the drawings and the pictures from this book. Now, this book is really fun and it's really silly, but it always teaches me that I don't have to worry about making mistakes, because everybody makes mistakes. Sometimes being an artist is all about taking that mistake and thinking, what can I do with this mistake? Can I turn it into something new, something creative, something beautiful. So I hope that this story has maybe inspired you to be a little brave, to not be afraid of making mistakes. And if you do, now you know you can turn it into a beautiful oops. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you all in another video very, very soon. Bye-bye, guys.